favorite things in the world is to have a very nice, freshly cut lawn. Not only is a nice, freshly cut lawn nice to look at, it's also a great place to play with your kids. And speaking of kids, everything that's going on, kids, work, life in general, I just don't have enough time to keep this thing mowed quite like I would like to. And so that enters the robot mower. Robot mowers have been around for a few years, and they keep improving on them, keep making them better, and allowing you to not spend all your time maintaining the outdoors, but enjoying it. So right here behind me is our mini orchard here. We have peach trees that are actually producing peaches. And then we have our garden beds that we are planting, and gonna spend a lot of time doing that with my kids. But I just have a hard time finding time for all these things, finding time to mow the grass, finding time to play with my kids, finding time to clean all the mess up that is going on with maintaining a house. And so this product right here, I am really excited about. So this right here is the Sunseeker Orion X7. And I've had this thing going on my lawn for a little while now, testing it out. And before we get into all the details of it, I'm gonna back this thing out so we can look at it. Okay, so like I said, Orion X7 from Sunseeker. Quick details about this thing right here. First, it has these headlights on the front right here so that it can kind of see where it's going if you choose to mow when it's a little darker out. Here are the blades. These things both spin right here, and there are 6 total blades with a 14-inch wide cut. This mower introduces the AO Navi system, which has a RTK that connects via satellite technology, and the V-Slam system that you see on here, which is a visual technology that allows the mower to see objects out in front of it. It has an all-wheel drive system with these off-road rubber rugged tires. This is going to give you great traction on hillside, as well as this back tire as well has really good traction, and this spins and rotates as it is spinning around and going back to do another pass. And probably the best feature of this mower has to do with this antenna right here. So that antenna connects to the RTK on top of this. This RTK system connects to the satellites in the sky, which gives you great GPS signal, and so you can map out the boundary on your phone. No digging of wires, no burying wires, and that, I can't imagine how much of a pain that would be to have to bury a wire around the perimeter, and if you ever want to change it, you got to dig it back up and move it. With this, super simple to go on your phone, and you can extend the boundary, shorten the boundary, move the boundary, whatever you got to do. It's super easy to do. Before we get into more of them, let's show you how easy it is to set up. Setup is super simple. I just have the platform placed right over here along the edge so that my mower can go in and out super easily, and there's really nothing to it. From opening the box to the time this thing was mapped out and ready to start mowing, under an hour. Really nothing to it. And then as far as the app goes, all you're gonna do, download the app. It'll walk you through everything you need to do to hook to your Wi-Fi, to hook Bluetooth from your phone to this robotic mower right here. And then you're just gonna go to that mower. Once you have it set up, you're gonna map it out, and you're just going to follow the path, controlling the mower around the exact outside boundary of where you want it to mow inside. It's like being a little kid again and getting to play with remote control cars. So fun. So while my lawn is being cut by this robot mower, I want to go over some features that I really like about this unit. First, it's really quiet. I mean, can you hear it? You can hear it now that I'm close to it. But even then, it's not obnoxious or loud or anything that you're ever going to hear if you're anywhere else in the lawn. And with this all-wheel drive system on this mower, if you have a slope like I have here, this is a great option for you. V-Slam technology. It's got these cameras on the front that allow it to detect obstacles, and so it does a really good job detecting them, going around them and finding a new route to get around and continue its path so that it doesn't run over a kid or a ball or a doll or a dog or whatever you might have in the lawn that is not typically there. And now one thing I do want to point out is that you have the ability to put no-go zones whenever you're mapping this out. And so if you have a tree in the middle of your lawn, a swing set, garden, whatever you have in the middle of your lawn that you don't want it to mow every time it comes and mows, you can map that out and so it knows to avoid that. Versus having something like a ball or a kid's mitt or a bat or something that is put in the lawn at the time that it's mowing that is not normally there, it can figure out that it can avoid that, and it will actually come back once it gets a few passes, and it will try to mow it again so that it doesn't miss a spot. This is actually an extremely smart robot with that V-Slam technology and the RTK system so that it connects to the satellites. I've had zero issues with it connecting or losing its position, and just have had no issues with it missing any spots. See, I'm standing in front of it and it thinks I'm an object, so it's gonna try to go around me. Now, although this mower right here is rain resistant, it does have an auto rain detection feature where if it is out doing its job and it detects rain, it will actually return to the dock, the charging station, and it will resume at a later time, which you actually get to choose in the app the interval that it goes back out to resume its job once it's done raining. Now in the actual app, you have the ability to change all these different functions on how this thing actually works when it's cutting your grass. But what I really want to show you here is the cutting height. It has the ability to cut from 0.8 inches all the way up to 4 inches. I have it set at 2.8 inches, but all you got to do whenever it's time to change the height of cut is push this button right here. And I want you to hear this. Push a button, decide the exact height that you want to cut your lawn at, and it will adjust on the fly. And then lastly, down here, you hit the schedule button and you can choose the start time. You can start it at any time of day that you want, and you can choose the day of the week that you want it to mow. I have it set to every single day of the week, but if you want it to mow Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it is up to you to program it to mow as often as you want it to. So as you can see, this mower is cutting extremely well, extremely even all the way across this lawn. There's no high spots, there's no low spots, there's no blades being missed, and it's been mowing quite a bit since I put it in. It's mowed every single day, and I gotta say, I'm happy with it. Now this section that this mower is mowing is about 4,000 square feet, which is pretty close to the average size lawn, but it will mow up to 3 acres. And one thing you can do is actually map out multiple different sections, and you can choose when it mows what section. Now it just ran a full cycle on this and it came back home and it is done for the day because, well, it already did its job. Time for it to rest. Nice, evenly cut all the way across here. Not too shabby. So if you are like me and you like a manicured, freshly cut lawn, but your time is limited and you just don't have enough time to get out there and do it like you would want to, check out this Sunseeker. It is doing a fantastic job for me, and I really have zero complaints. So easy to set up and get going, so easy to customize exactly how you want it in terms of the map, the height of cut, the frequency that it's mowing, everything. It's so awesome to just be able to set it and forget it and know that that thing is gonna take care of your grass and make it look good too. If you're interested in learning more, purchasing one, I will leave a link down in the description box below that you can check out. For me, time is the most valuable thing that I could ever have. And I have very limited time, and I can tell you that this thing right here is saving me a heck of a lot of it. So, we'll see you guys.